Hi, guys. We are here with The Endless War by Danielle L. Jensen. This is book four. We are four books deep in this series, and we are going straight through book six, which is coming out in April. So if this is your first episode, okay, hi. We're going to talk about the midpoint of Zarrah and Keris's relationship. Welcome. There's a lot going on, and I immediately love this book. Like right off the bat, I feel like it was everything we wanted, and then like more. I'm at least me personally, like everything we thought it was going to be. I'm like, oh, this is great. I am so here. What is everyone else thinking this far? We have read chapters 1 through 19. I forgot to say that for the last book. Warning, first 19 chapters will be talked about in detail. Immediate thoughts. Like where are you guys at with this one?
I'm really liking it. I feel like continuously want to turn the page because something exciting is happening in each POV. So
Mhm.
I always have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we still don't know what's happening on the island, so like trying to figure out what's happening with the different tribes. I'm like always interested in Zara's POV, and then just seeing Keris and Lara and their bonding. I'm like, I just want to see them be best friends already.
There is like something good happening on both sides. Like the intrigue is great, the bonding is great. Like I agree. I am absolutely loving having like Laura and Aaron and Karis in the same place at once. Like I'm laughing, I'm cringing. Like it's fantastic. She put a knife in him twice when they saw each other twice. She cut him twice. He needed stitches. Like my girl is here.
Aaron and Keris are already kind of friends. Like the way that they're just like, sorry, man.
We
And
said
you
we
got
were
like
going to start chronologically and we're not because now I need to say Karis running to jump onto the boat and Aaron being like, "You owe me three gold coins," because I knew he was gonna make like it's just like the whole vibe. I am loving it. I'm loving it.
Oh my
it's
god, but
like
that
the
scene.
relationship he should have had with his brothers. And I like that
Yes.
there's two potential, bromances. So like him and Aaron and him and Dax. I love him and Dax.
That one little line about like kings can't have friends, but if I did, you'd be one of them. And then he just walks away, and I was like, you can't friend bomb him
Yeah.
like that, Karis.
I also really like the scene with him and Anna where like Anna's still going through some stuff and he like I don't know, they were just bonding in a way that I didn't think was gonna happen and to the point where she wasn't supposed to tell him about the ship and she was like, this feels wrong. Run, bruh.
Well, he gave her like tips about Herondel because it's almost like he
Yeah.
could tell that she felt like it was something about her. That like the Herondelian king and queen weren't like immediately saying, "Come marry our son." And he was like, "Girl, it's not you." Like his mom wanted to pick his wife, and the fact that she's not means she wants to kill you. I was like, yeah, it's just such an interesting little relationship that then yeah, she's like, "I wasn't supposed to tell you, but they're trying to leave without you, so you better go now."
Yeah, I love that he reassured her and then like also spilled some tea that no one else really knew. Like what?
Yeah, we got a good info drop there. Like I feel like I now all of a sudden have like an inkling of what's going on over in
Yeah.
Herondale, which I loved. Yeah, just everything about what Karis is doing, just like the moments and the one-liners, like when Laura has a knife literally in him and he is like, he's admitting to her his faults. Like he's not trying to shy away from what he did in having the whole army go for Arenal. He's just saying like I could not let her die. And like I think Aaron gets it. Like I think Aaron is understanding because he's like, yeah, me too, bro. And I think that Laura's gonna get there too, is like yeah, she likes to roll her eyes right now about how much he loves Zara, but I don't think she realized he loves her. Like I think she's got to get to that point where she's like, oh, this is like how I feel about Aaron. I understand now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So cute. So cute. So yes, they will all be best friends by the end of this book. We are all in agreement that that is happening. Perfect. I'm glad that we talked about something that made me smile because now we have to go back to what we agreed upon, which was talking about things in a more chronological order so we can keep track of what we've talked about. And that means we have to talk about Berman, which I didn't want to talk about at all. But we have to. So, Jamie, you were right. Elena, I'm sorry, I don't remember if you also were telling me that I was wrong about Berman possibly being cool at some point. Like, he's not. He's not cool at all. Do you guys think he's going to come around at all? Or is it just like straight, like just awful until he dies eventually?
That one.
Okay, cool.
I feel like it's hard because, like, there was a part of him that he had that conversation, where he didn't quite agree with the Empress, his mother. I did feel a little bit sad for him when he said that, like, he went through his own trauma and abuse with the Empress, his mom, and Zarrah never stood up for him. And
Yep.
then he betrayed her, so.
Yeah, you feel bad, you kind of get it, but at the same time, Berman,
Yeah.
we are not here for you, we're here for Zarrah.
Yeah, but I do feel like in that scene, like, it's very clear where Berman is about everything. Like, he feels betrayed by Zarrah because she didn't care about him. So, like, even though she's acknowledging how bad his mom is, it's too late for, like, their relationship, which, like, all makes sense. What the heck is the Empress doing? Like, for the life of me, I can't figure out what that charade was for.
And by that charade, do you mean like her talking to Zarrah leading up to when she's like, I need to put you on this island, for your own good? No, I totally agree, Elena. This whole, like, from that moment until now, and until I know what the answer will be, I will continue to do so. I just have no idea. I keep thinking about it. What is Petra's motivation? Like, Jamie, do you have any, like, theory on what Petra is trying to accomplish here? Other than I feel like a trap is like the only thing I'm certain she's trying to achieve here, but there's got to be more. It's not just that Zarrah is bait for like Maradrina and Ithacana.
Well, there's gonna be like layers, right? Like she
Oh
wants
yeah.
to lure Keris in. She needs to put up this front about like and going through with her punishments. Like if you talk bad about me, you're going to the island. Technically, Zarrah is a traitor, and this is what happens to traitors. So she's following through with that. But I don't know. Like, do you guys think that she'll get Zarrah out of Devil's Island? Or
I
do you
don't
think Keris will do it for her? Because do you think this relationship will be repaired and Zarrah will take over as Empress, as her intended heir?
mm-mm. I think the commander and the rebellion are gonna get her out personally because I'm convinced Daria knows who she is. Like, there's no. It just. I forget what she said. There have been a couple things where it seems like Daria vaguely knows who she is, and like that's his daughter, so now he's gonna come for her. But I just. I understand the like setting up a trap for both the rebellion and Keris, whichever one. Like, that all makes sense, keeping her alive, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. I just didn't understand why she was on the ship and still being like, I love you. I'm doing this because I care about you. Like, is it all part of the charade in terms of, like, if she is captured, then trying to get her to spy, or, like, when there's a moment where she has to choose between one, like, that she'll still try and choose her on? Like, those are the only things that I can, like, think of.
Like another manipulation tactic?
Yeah, like, as a backup plan.
Yeah. Oh, interesting that
I
you said that Daria knows who she is, because I think Kyan might know who she is.
It seems like, yeah, that he definitely knows who she
Yeah.
is. Or at least like he says he knows who she is. I think there are so many layers about Petra in the prison and the prisoners that I'm trying to figure out how they all go together. Because the thing that confuses me the most about Petra is the part where she's like, when you, like, she insinuated that she would leave the island, which theoretically has never happened. Like if we are to believe this, that's never happened. So is Petra just messing with her because she's a sociopath and like wants her to be in the prison thinking that she's going to leave this whole time and she never will? I don't think so. So what is Petra's endgame to getting her on this island that Petra knows is full of people that hate her and are in a rebellion? Is Petra somehow like orchestrating what's happening on the island? Like, are any of these people like paid actors? Kind of like, are they in Petra's pocket? Like, are there aspects of the island that she is manufacturing? And then it's like, okay, what are the two tribes on the island? Who is like Cayenne or like three tribes on the
No,
island?
no, the two tribes and then those three single.
The
They're on their own
actual
Loneliness.
solos. Yeah. Was it
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
butcher, ladyfinger, and something else? I can't remember.
Yes. Oh, I wrote their names down because it's great.
Like, what's their
Oh,
deal?
yeah. Oh no, I'm forgetting. It's not in my notes. It's in my like longer notes, which they're long.
You have two sets of notes.
Well, I've got my chapter by chapter notes of everything that
play.
happened in each chapter, and then
Play.
I have my episode notes on what we're going to talk about. I can't.
I getcha.
Just all in there. But yeah, no, you're right. There are sort of like three factions, and it's just very confusing to me because if I'm going with my gut, I like Daria. I kept going back and forth. I believe her. I believe that they are rebels. Like, I don't know. I get this good vibe from her. And then Keon or Kyan, whoever that guy is on the other side, makes me feel weird. And I kept trying to figure out, like, is that Zarrah's dad? But it doesn't seem like that's possible if Zarrah's dad is the commander. And I do think that that is us assuming. Like, we don't have anything specific to say that the rebellion commander is Zarrah's dad. I like that theory. They can't both be the same person, right? Because if the true commander of the rebellion is Zarrah's dad, that can't also be Kyan because Daria would know the commander, I feel. Maybe not. But then like what are the two factions' motivations?
But I don't think it's Cayenne because it seems like the commander is still like out at large per Daria.
Yes,
But
correct.
What if
and
it's
like I
like,
do think we know the commander is her dad because they basically said like Saren basically said that to the king in the part she like blacked out. But like I have no idea what Cayenne is and like why he knows who Zarrah is definitively and thinks the rebels don't.
yeah, he didn't make the greatest first impression either. And then coupled with Daria saying that he collects the girls or something, right?
Yeah, he's got like his own little island harem going on, is what
Yeah.
she insinuated. Here's the thing, like, okay, if we walk down the path of like Ryan is a good guy and like
No,
his tribe are good people. I'm just like,
no.
this is hypothetically speaking, because I liked him at the beginning because it seemed like he was trying to help her. They got real scared when they were about to cross the boundary into where Daria's camp is. And they keep trying to steal her. So I'm just trying to think of like,
Yeah.
what are, right, okay. So like if they're good people, then they think that they're doing Zarrah a favor by stealing her away from Daria's crew. Why? Are Daria's crew all lying and they've tricked me and my gut check on them is wrong? Possibly. If not, if they're evil, what are they trying to get her for? Like what's their MO?
What if the real rebellion is Cayenne and Daria is in league with Petra?
Well, right. No, my brain keeps saying that. Is like, or is Kyan like in Petra's
Right.
pocket and he was
Yeah.
supposed to get her? Like that was the whole plan. And now like he's either supposed to be like brainwashing her, torturing her, whatever it's supposed to be, and he's not doing it because she got away from him, which she wasn't supposed to. I just don't know. And honestly, I love that I don't know. Like it's just it's crafted in such an interesting way that I'm just like I need to find out what these people are doing on this island.
Hmm.
Okay, but do you guys think that Daria knows who Zarrah is? Because Kian made it seem like if she found out, it would be bad.
I don't think she knows. That's why I thought Kyan knows.
Kian
I
definitely knows.
also have not really gotten anything that has tipped me off that she knows. There have been like a couple lines where Zara's had to like walk it back, and you see it in Daria's eyes where she's like, "Hmm, weird." But I
Right.
don't know what would Daria's motivation be for knowing who Zara is and not saying it?
I don't know, but just the only reason I feel like Daria knows is because she's so worried about Zarrah specifically getting hurt and getting taken by the other tribe. Like
Mm.
I highlighted
Mm.
one where she's like, every battle brings risks, you could be killed. And like she's like trying to convince Zarrah not to take place in the battles over these people she's lived with for years and like hypothetically should be closer with.
Zarrah did bring up a good point. Like, she's the warrior, and she could help
Yeah.
bring them weapons so that when the rebellion does come, they're more prepared. I
Yeah,
did
she's
take that
definitely an
as
asset.
face value. Yeah, I took that as face value.
But I mean, like, Elena, I think that there is a world in which Daria could know who Zara is and is also trying to feel Zara out the same way Zara is trying to feel Daria out, right? Like it's a maybe Zara is incorrect in thinking that Daria would immediately want her dead. Like maybe Daria sees the potential of having Zara as like a pawn in her
But
rebellion plot.
I don't think like if she knows who it is, I don't think it's a in a pawn kind of way. I think she knows that she's the commander's daughter more so than
Mm.
anything else.
I think the problem with like trying to figure out the commander's daughter aspect of it is that we don't even know like
Mm.
I'm assuming the commander is not like her father through marriage to her mom. Like I'm assuming this was a extracurricular union that Petra was referring to. But we don't know. Um, it could have been her dad, like married to her mom, and then when her mom was killed by her sister, he decided to take up arms against Petra. Um, but like we don't know
Mm.
anything about him. We don't know anything about the commander. We don't know anything about Zara's dad.
But we also don't know anything about her mom. Like we're the only reason we think her mom had other lovers was because Petra has told us and
Oh, for
told
sure.
Zarrah your mom was slept around, which does
I'm just
not feel like the most reliable telephone of information.
yeah, no, and I'm not saying like for sure Petra's mom, not Petra's
Mhm.
mom. Zara's mom slept around and Petra is telling the truth about that. I'm saying that like we don't have anything to go off of for Zara's dad, like the person who sired Zara or the person who was married to Zara's mom, if those are the same people. Like we don't have a description, we don't know what his name was, we don't know where he came from. Like and all those signs in a romantasy book point to is the commander, like is like a cool guy that we need to like know about later. Um it's just we have nothing to go off of. Not a thing. So I don't know. There was a lot of, I feel like me just screaming about all of the weird parts of it and us coming up with no solution at all. Good.
Talk it out, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, no, I like it. Um, I feel like this is a good moment because we are talking about the like weird prison for me to bring up my favorite rabbit hole theory of this entire series, which is like The fact that this like whirlpool island, Zarrah just offhand thinks about how it's not man-made, just like the bridge in Ithaca, and that it is made by a god. I'm sorry, what?
I don't
It's
think
made
there's gonna be
it's made by
anything
what?
more to it. I literally think she's just like, it's made by a god. It's so amazing. Brooke, I don't think it's deeper than that.
The funny thing is Elena, I know for sure that you haven't read like further on in these books, so you don't know for sure. But the minute that you say that, I just get like flashbacks to all the times that you have gaslighted me, knowing what was coming.
It's
Like
not this time.
I'm getting flashbacks to Crescent City Book 2, and that is all I will say.
It's funny because like it's more believable in the Devil's Island
Mhm.
being God made. But like the bridge with all the contraptions and buttons, the levers, that one's hard
Yeah,
to believe.
made of the stone that no one else can put a name to that has a
Like,
weird
right.
smell that the whole
My only guess
volcano is
is
made
that
of.
like
In their houses? In the valley? Everything?
The
is this
epilogue
like
of book 6 is gonna be like a god, like a snake god coming from the sky, being like, "It was."
I just had to bring it up. I had to bring it up to make sure that when something comes up, I said it here first.
what if it's like one of those like lost in history situations
I feel like it's
where
that.
like yeah, like maybe there used to be books on it and there were witnesses, but now they're all gone and then the books were destroyed. So now it's just like an urban legend.
Yeah. It's just really interesting that like this was the first time that it was really, really clearly said that like the bridge was not man-made. Like it said it. Like Zara stated it in her brain as fact. And I was just like, okay, I see what you're doing, Danielle L. Jensen. And also just like the whirlpool into an inner island. Like, guys, that is weird. Like that is a weird,
That
weird
is.
setup.
Yeah. You can kind of see it in the front matter.
Yeah,
Did you notice?
on the title page. Yeah,
Oh,
Yes, the Whirlpool Island.
it's very pretty.
interesting.
Yeah, and like it's
Um,
beautiful and I love it and it's fantastical and amazing and I just want to know how it got there.
I don't think they're gonna find out. Like, I don't think that's actually part of the plot.
I might not. I might not, but I also might, and I'll hold out for that.
I will say I highlighted it immediately. Like, specifically, I was like, "There's no way. There's absolutely no way Brooke doesn't bring up where it says just like the British."
Oh, goodness.
Just an island.
That's
Why can't
it.
an
That's
island
it.
just be an island?
I will not harp on it. I don't have a real theory about how it ties into the plot at all. I just love it. I love it. It's there. Had to say something because it made me giddy when I read it. Um, the next thing that I need to talk about is Sarah. I am so glad that she is back in this book. And literally every time we would finish an episode in the last book, I was like, we did not talk about Sarah, like almost at all. And I just feel like she is such a wonderful character. I'm glad that she's back because I love her. I'm especially glad that she's back because I think she's a really fun mirror for Keris for Laura. Like, I feel like Keris hasn't really put that together yet, but he will. That, like, he loved Laura when they were younger, the same way that he loves Sarah. Like he would have had a similar relationship with Laura if she had stuck around than that he does with Sarah. Is anyone worried about Sarah? Because I'm like a little worried that she's still at the palace.
So my thing was when she was like, "Why do you have to go away?" And he was like, "Oh, I just have to go. I'm getting on a ship." I was like, "This girl is about to get into a barrel on this ship. Like, we're gonna show up in Ithaca, and Sarah's gonna be there." And then he didn't. Like, she wasn't there, and it doesn't seem like she's going to be there.
I don't think so.
Bummer.
I'm more worried about her knowing things and then her being tortured or something for that information.
I am worried. I hope she's going to have the opposite role where she is going to find stuff out, especially from Lestara, and then like be able to
Yeah.
give that to Serena and Keris by association. That's my hope. I just love her character, and I do truly believe that like she is loyal to Keris and will keep his secrets. So I'm not worried about her just like randomly going and telling Lestara like what
Oh, yeah,
Keris is
no.
off to go do in Ithacana. Um, that being said, I am very, very nervous about Lestara. Like, I would put all of my chips in the bowl that, like, she's got something up her sleeve. And, like, I think it's extra than just, like, what's on the surface. And I just have to get you guys' opinion on Lestara. Does anyone think she is not going to be evil?
So silly.
You think she's just a silly, silly girl? Definitely not, no, like, evil
No,
machinations?
I think you're silly for saying that there's a chance that she's not evil.
No, I don't. I don't think that there's a chance. I was just wondering if either of you did, because it's okay for us to have different opinions, even if some of those opinions are wrong. It's all right. It's okay. No, I'm very worried about her. Like, and not even just the I'm worried about like she wants to be queen and is going to like try to infiltrate the throne while Keris is gone. I just feel like there's like more there that I was getting a really weird vibe about.
Well, Keris like implies that because she's like, you can't send me back because like my father will kill me for not doing what I set out to do or something. I forget what the wording was. And Keris literally another instance where a character went, I should ponder that later. Moving on.
Yeah, yeah, my father will kill me if I come back without achieving my goals. And okay, like on the surface, it seems like it could be very obvious that the goals were for her to become queen, or like the goals were for her to have a royal baby, which, like, theoretically, if she's not pregnant now, because that was sort of like that was mentioned in the last book that like the king kept trying to get her pregnant and it wasn't working. So, like, it could just be that. I feel like it's not just that. Like, I feel like there's something else.
Also,
Well,
does it raise
the
a red flag that he was trying to get her pregnant and couldn't, just like Lara?
Yes. That my thoughts exactly. That Lestara was making it so that she would not get pregnant because she wanted to be with Keris. Why?
well,
I'm
Keris
so
would
nervous.
Keris would be the better king, and if she were to carry an offspring, she would probably prefer Keris.
Sure.
But there was also like the prophecy.
Mhm.
Mm,
The prophecy that she would be a queen and have power and do things that like people would always remember. What's up with the star book, y'all? She doesn't just want that book back.
I literally forgot about that. I'm so glad you brought that up. She also her entire demeanor changed when he was like, I'm not giving it to you. Like she knows. She doesn't need Sarah to tell her. Like someone already tipped her off.
I think the thing too is like with the book, it could be her trying to figure out like, is the Zarrah thing real? It could just be that. I feel like it's not just that. Like, I feel like there's something in that book. Like, I feel like there's something specific she wanted that book back for because she was real upset when Karis was like, oh, it might be lost.
I don't think so. Like it gave me like someone was like, oh, he's hooking up with Zara, like Saris or someone was like Saren. I keep calling him Saris because I combine Silas and Saren. Um,
It's also the name
Saren
of
is
one of
just
the characters in Galaxy Quest, so it's understandable because it's one of the most fantastic movies ever created. But yeah, keep going. That's too old for you. You've probably never even
And
heard of it.
Elena's never
Continue.
seen it.
Continue.
I was like, what's Galaxy Quest? Is that like a
That's
game?
Is that
Yep.
with Tim Allen?
Yep. Nope.
Okay,
Elaine,
I know
keep.
what
You
you're
know
talking
what?
about.
I'm
I
still
can't
friends
believe
with
you
you.
mentioned it, Brooke.
I still love you. It's fine. Keep going. Keep going.
Like Saren told her like, oh, he's never gonna love you. He's in love with Zarrah, and she's like, no, that's not true. And he's like, Bet, ask for your book back. Like he gave your book to her.
I think the thing that's making me feel really squirrely is in this section, we basically got like info dumped on Cardiff, which we now know Lestara
Yes.
is from. We now know Cardiff are like weirdly like witchy spiritual about the stars. Like they tell
Yeah.
prophecies from the stars. So the star book seems very specific. The other weird thing that we got about Cardiff in this section, which I just cannot ignore, is the ghost ship, guys. Why was there a random ship where
Yeah.
the witch of the ghost ship was missing and all the crew, which would have been high-ranking nobility, were all dead in their beds? Where'd the witch go, guys? Where'd the witch go?
Something's going on. I'm so curious.
Do you
But I
think
think
the
the book
witch
is really important.
is this you trying to allude to the fact that the witch could be Lestara and that the ship might have been carrying the real Lestara and then the witch took
What?
Lestara's place?
Because you know why Lestara might not want to go back to her dad is because she's not actually the princess.
What?
Just I'm just throwing it out there. There are a lot of Cardiffian things going on in this section, and I want to know how they all link up.
That didn't cross my mind at all, but now that you've said it, I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking about it.
They
I'm
literally talked
speechless.
about how Lestara had a whole shelf of like dead animal skulls. She still said all of like the star phrases that are very Cardiffian. I just feel like I'm getting witchy vibes from Lestara of like she's trying to infiltrate the Meridrinian throne in a different way than a princess of another nation would. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Honestly, I buy it.
I think it'd be cool.
It would be
Yeah.
cool.
I can't
I
wait to
just
find out.
I think she might have wanted the star book back because it's actually a spell book about like
Yeah.
the prophecies and stuff.
Yeah, I took it as like it's really important to her. It's like maybe it's some kind of guidebook.
I really think it's that it confirmed for her that Keris is with Zarrah.
I thought it was interesting that she gave it to him in a time where she was assuming they would end up together. And then when she realized he wasn't interested is when she asked for it back. Was interesting. I also have to mention the other thing that we learned about Cardiff, which I thought was very interesting. And I don't know if you guys are still feeling like Anna is going to end up with Prince William,
No,
but
no.
I'm
Oh wait, you're right. It's Edward, then
King
William,
Edward,
then
Prince
yeah.
William. Yeah, but did you guys notice who else we learned about in this section?
The half brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
James.
yeah.
Who that?
Who
And
dat?
his mom is what? What again?
Cardiffian. Hmm.
And she's been unalive by possibly who?
I'm just saying, I heard about another possible Herondelian that already sounds hotter than Prince William. I don't know why, for like 3.3 books, I've been trying to be like, ugh, Prince William? Like, I mean, I can get behind it if he's got a cool nickname, but all of a sudden I hear about this, like, half Herondalian, half Cardiffian, star-loving, bastard-born boy that's somewhere up there that might need love.
Wait, is his name
I
James?
With the
I'm
sad
sold.
story, yeah.
I'm sold because you know what? William's mom sounds like someone I don't want to read
Another,
about.
yeah, another
Yeah,
villain.
maybe she's cool. Probably not.
I don't
I'm
think
just saying.
so.
I heard about James and was
She
like,
already said Anna's not worth it or like not good enough, and they haven't
yes.
even met, right? They haven't met yet.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Don't you talk about Anna like that.
Yeah, so right now, um through chapter 19 of this book, I am hoping that Prince William's mom gets to pick him a bride. That would be nice. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's all that I had on Cardiff.
That was a lot on Cardiff for a nation that I didn't know existed in this universe up
Yeah.
until yesterday. A lot.
If they mentioned that Lestara was from a place called Cardiff before now, I flushed it immediately. Like I do think Cardiff it was mentioned for the first time in this book. I believe.
I think so too, but you guys know how my memory is.
It's a city
Beforehand,
in
they might
Wales.
have just said she was like a prince from another nation or something.
Yes.
A princess.
I don't think Cardiff was mentioned by name because I think I would have remembered because I'm a big fan of like real world Cardiff. So I feel like I would have filed that away in my brain space. But I can't hold all of it up here, so it is possible. Next up, I would like to talk about how excited I am that Laura's sisters are back in action and doing amazing things already. How are you guys feeling about Laura's sisters infiltrating Keris's bedroom and demanding democracy?
Love it.
We got an answer on who's going to rule Maradrina. The answer is no one.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting that, but I love it. It simultaneously felt like a little out of left field for me. But I'm okay with it. Like I love it. I'm down. I'm down for like out with the monarchy. Let's get in a group of people that can all make decisions together. And then like the handoff to Serena, where he was like, you know what? I can't leave and keep things running, but you can stay here and run it for me because we all know I'm gonna go find Zarrah. I was like, yes. Yeah, I
That was
love it.
cute.
How are you guys feeling about Serena running things? Like, we're happy about it? Are we nervous about it? Like, where do we
No.
think this is gonna go?
She'll do a
Totally
great
not
job.
nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, full confidence. She's going to do great. I don't have anything else.
And Athena, it's not like she's by herself. Athena's there too. She's like that silent assassin killer. Like I would be scared of her.
And Braun is still there for now. Like one of their stipulations was that Braun wants to go be in Ithaca with Laura, which I think is gonna be like a thing that happens later. So no, like she's got backup. I'm just a little worried about Serena being in charge and whatever Lestara is doing over here. I'm a little concerned because I thought Serena was going to die like 3 books ago. So I'm just worried that that's going to happen eventually. She's like a mom now, and I'm very attached to her. So I don't know how I'd handle that.
And her loving husband. I would be
Yeah.
so sad if something
Oh
happened to her.
God.
I feel like nothing's going to happen to her. If for nothing else, then everyone in this series that Brooke has been like, I'm worried about that person, has been completely fine. And every person Brooke's been like, I'm so excited for their future, has died 3 chapters later.
So you're saying I need to start doing the opposite and be like, oh, Serena is not long for this, or Serena is gonna be no, Serena is not long for this world.
That's what you're doing, so she's going to live.
Okay, good. I'm not worried anymore after that. Thank you for that pep talk.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right, wasn't
You
the last
protect
one
me.
Coraline? No.
Corlin, Irina, Otis. I just kept being like, yeah, this is great. If you did somehow jump into just this book and you thought you were going to listen to this episode and then go back and read like the other books, oops, sorry, warned you. Yeah, I'm like all for it. I am super excited about the crafting the democracy. Love that Serena is like heading it. I totally believe in her. And I loved even like the small moment we got of Keris like being with his sisters because they are his sisters too. And like having that moment where he like knew about them and is getting to see them in real life and the fact that they kind of like worked together for a little bit and trusted each other. I really liked that.
Can't wait for them to have like be a family and have family dinners.
Oh, yes.
Cute.
Yes, please. Um, Learning about this like new democracy twist for Maradrina, because I'm hoping that is where this is going. A lot of what we talked about in the last episode of Inadequate Heir was how we thought Keris and Zarrah were going to either like co-rule like a joint nation or whatnot. Like, what are you guys thinking now at this point? Like, Keris is just gonna like peace out into the wind and go be like the husband of the Empress? Like, what do we think the trajectory is now?
New theory, he's gonna be a librarian somewhere.
Oh, I love that. Love
I'm
that for
open
him.
to I'm open to all paths that he might
Yeah.
take. Yeah.
Whatever
Whether
ends
it's
up with him
be
happy
yeah.
with Zarrah.
Whether it's a democracy for Maradrina or having like a union between Velcada and Maradrina. As long as it's happy at the end. And
Because that is
people are
kind of what I was
fed.
hoping. Yeah. I was thinking that it would be nice if like Valcata also like went to a democracy and like either Keris and Zarrah are just like, we are gonna go live our lives. Like we are available for questions, but like we are not going to be in the thick of it. Or that they are like helping the people who are like creating this government for their two nations. As long as they're together and happy. It's also all I care about. Forging a better world. Um, well, I feel like we have to talk about our other pipe dream rabbit hole theory. I'm not sure what it is at this point, but we talked about it enough in the last episode of The Inadequate Heir, and we have to talk about it now because I know I personally think that now both Zara and Laura are pregnant in this moment of this book. They are both so pregnant. Anybody else think either or both or neither are pregnant?
I feel like it can't be both. I think it has to be one.
It'd be so
Can't
cute
be
for them
two
to like
pregnant.
bond over though.
It would be. It would
Oh,
be. But if I had to put my finger on who would be pregnant, I would say Laura.
I would bet Zara if I had to pick one.
There have just been so many clues or hints in that short story at the end of The Inadequate Heir
Mm-hmm.
for Laura to be pregnant that it just makes more sense for her to be pregnant. Plus the clue with her. Is she seasick or was she just being nauseous from pregnancy?
She's
Is the
always seasick.
wine. I know she's always seasick, but she's gotten better. She can swim now.
It was really the wine for me. It was like that
The wine
random,
for me too.
totally unnecessary line, multiple lines about her being like, this wine smells off. And everyone just like, not like, they're like, no, they just keep drinking it. Like,
I really thought the wine was just poisoned. I kept waiting for them all to pass out. I was like, everyone except Laura's about to hit the deck and shenanigans are gonna happen. And then it didn't happen. I was like, must mean nothing.
Nope, it's
what
just a food aversion. A
What
typical
could be the
pregnancy
other
symptom.
weird twist though? Because that's the thing, right? So it wasn't poison. And Elena, if you think that Laura isn't pregnant, what could it be? Because I would argue that it has to be something. So what, like, at the end of this book, what are we going to be like, oh my God, that's what the weird smelling wine was about?
Oh no, the wine just went bad.
So random.
I see your guys' point about the pregnancy thing now. I'm saying in the moment I was like, it's not poison. That was a weird thing to mention a bunch. It's fine. Moving on. And I was like, it wasn't poisoned, and I just assumed it was never gonna come back up. And it was just a weird little detail.
Elena has never had food smell weird for no reason other than being pregnant, and it shows. Jamie and I immediately are like, oh god, I remember.
Plus, she's been trained in poisons. I think she
Yes.
would have picked it up if it was. And no one else really got sick after.
Keris like slept a little longer.
He also stayed up late. I forgot about that. He stayed up late to write up the letters.
And
Maybe
like
she
slept
has
outside.
COVID or something. This is the introduction of COVID to marriage.
Like the bridge in the whirlpool, there's now a god-made disease that is stealing people's senses of smell. Oh my goodness. I think those are like the biggest things. And I agree with you, Jamie. There was like a lot of foreshadowing in the short story at the end of The Inadequate Heir that is like, if Laura is not currently pregnant, she will be eventually. Zarrah, I think, and why I said that I would pick Zarrah for sure is like there have been multiple times that it says that like Zarrah is nauseous. Even in like the scene where she's like killing the bird, like she's about to kill the bird, it's like, oh yeah, my hunger pangs, and like I've been so nauseous and dizzy, and like I haven't been feeling well. And then she's like, oh no, I overate and I'm nauseous again. And it's just like, I'm so nervous, I'm sick to my stomach. And I'm like, girl, you are making a lot of excuses for what I know is going on.
That's funny because I took it as that, like exactly that. That it's hunger pains. That if she's just so starved that overeating will make her sick.
But she was
Same.
nauseous before she got on the island too. Like it says it on the ship. And I think she even mentions like
Anxious.
that she isn't usually seasick. She's just like, I am not feeling well. Hmm.
That is
Yeah.
Interesting.
In my head, there had been no sign she was pregnant, so I was back on the she's not pregnant.
Honestly, it'd be hilarious if I was wrong and neither of them are pregnant.
No, I do think I see what you guys are saying about Laura, and like I don't disagree about her now. I like looking back, it makes sense.
I kept trying to come up with a better reason for the wine. And I do remember, I think it was in the Trader Queen where they found out like about the wine. I forget if it tasted weird and that they were hiding like the gems in the wine. And then like the twist was that the gems that were smuggling in the wine were like by the steel, I think. Like that was the big thing, like to use to take over Ithacana. Um, so I don't know if it's similar to that. I don't know that if we're gonna learn that like the wine is like really old or something, not in a good way, for some sort of weird twist at the end, and I'm okay with that. It's just there's got to be a reason for it. I don't want to hear
They did.
4 different times of Laura talking about how wine smells weird and there's no reason for it.
They did say that it was expensive wine.
Yeah. I don't know. That, believe it or not, was all that I had. I feel like I'm probably forgetting some major plot point or something, but without further ado, I think that concludes everything that we have to talk about the first 19 chapters of what book are we on?
The Endless War.
It's not The Inadequate Heir still. I think that concludes everything that we have to talk about the first 19 chapters of The Endless War by Danielle L. Jensen. So for the next section, I forgot to check what chapters we were going to be reading, but it's chapters 20 to, is it 30?
45.
45. 20 to 45 for the next section. And so you should read those and then come back and talk about them all with us. That'll be episode 2, and then we're only doing one more after that. So I hope you will keep reading along with us and keep enjoying this book. And we will see you back here for the rest of The Endless War by Danielle L. Jensen. Thanks, guys. Bye.